Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you to talk about something close to my heart, the path to greatness for every woman. Greatness is not defined by gender, background, or limitations placed upon us by society. Instead, it is determined by our vision, courage, and resilience. Believing in yourself is the foundation of every great achievement. It is the quiet but unwavering confidence that tells you that you are capable, deserving, and strong enough to overcome any obstacle. Without self-belief, even the most talented individuals struggle to reach their full potential. It is not arrogance or overconfidence, but a deep-seated understanding that you are worthy of success and happiness. From an early age, society often teaches women to doubt themselves. We are told to be humble, to stay in our place, and to seek validation from others. This conditioning makes it difficult for many women to trust their abilities. But if we constantly wait for approval, we will never take the steps necessary to create our own success. The first step toward greatness is to reject the idea that we need permission to pursue our dreams. Self-belief is not something we are born with. It is something we build. It starts with small victories, speaking up in a meeting, setting boundaries, or taking a risk on a new opportunity. Each time we challenge ourselves and succeed, our confidence grows. Even when we fail, the fact that we tried reinforces our inner strength. The more we push past our fears, the more we realize that we are capable of far more than we ever imagined. One of the biggest enemies of self-belief is self-doubt. That little voice in our head that whispers, "You're not good enough," or "You don't deserve this." We must recognize that this voice is not reality. It is fear trying to hold us back. To silence self-doubt, we must replace it with self-affirmation. Instead of focusing on what we lack, we must remind ourselves of what we have accomplished, the challenges we have overcome, and the potential we hold within us. Surrounding ourselves with positivity is another crucial factor in building self-belief. The people we spend time with can either uplift us or pull us down. Women who support, encourage, and inspire one another create an environment where confidence can thrive. Seek out mentors, friends, and role models who remind you of your worth and push you to reach higher. Avoid those who belittle your dreams or make you question your abilities. Believing in yourself also means embracing your uniqueness. Too often, women compare themselves to others, thinking they need to fit a certain mold to be successful. But true greatness comes from authenticity. Your voice, your ideas, your talents, these are what set you apart. When you embrace who you are without apology, you unlock a power that no one else can replicate. Another essential part of self-belief is resilience. There will be moments of failure, rejection, and disappointment. But these experiences do not define you. How you respond to them does. When faced with setbacks, remind yourself that even the most successful women in history have experienced failure. Oprah Winfrey was once told she wasn't fit for television. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers. Their success came not from avoiding failure, but from believing in themselves despite it. Visualization is a powerful tool for strengthening self-belief. Picture yourself achieving your goals. Imagine yourself standing confidently, making an impact and living the life you dream of. When you visualize success, your mind begins to see it as a possibility rather than a distant wish. Pair this with action, and you begin to create the reality you desire. Ultimately, believing in yourself is not just about success, it is about freedom. The freedom to dream big, to take risks, and to live life on your own terms. It is about refusing to let fear, doubt, or societal expectations dictate your path. When a woman believes in herself, she becomes unstoppable. Her confidence lights up every room she enters, and her presence inspires others to do the same. Learning is the key to empowerment, growth, and transformation. A woman who continuously educates herself is a woman who equips herself with the tools to navigate the world with confidence. Knowledge is not just about academic achievements, it is about expanding the mind, developing new skills, and staying curious about the world around us. In a world that constantly evolves, the ability to learn and adapt is what separates those who thrive from those who struggle. Education is one of the most powerful weapons a woman can possess. It is the great equalizer, breaking down barriers and opening doors that were once closed. Historically, women have been denied access to education, yet those who fought for their right to learn paved the way for progress. Today, while many women have the privilege of education, there are still millions who do not. This makes it even more important for those who can learn to do so, not just for themselves, but for those who are still fighting for the same opportunity. Learning is not confined to the walls of a classroom. Every experience, every conversation, every challenge is an opportunity to grow. A woman who never stops learning understands that life itself is the greatest teacher. Whether it is through books, mentors, travel, or personal experiences, every new lesson adds to her wisdom. She seeks knowledge not for the sake of knowing, but to apply it to transform her life and to contribute to the world in meaningful ways. One of the greatest benefits of lifelong learning is the confidence it builds. When you understand the world around you, you feel more in control of your destiny. Knowledge reduces fear and uncertainty, replacing them with courage and clarity. A well-informed woman can stand her ground, voice her opinions, and make decisions with conviction. Whether in a professional setting, in her personal life, or in her community, education gives her the confidence to lead and inspire others. Continuous learning also fosters independence. A woman who is knowledgeable is not easily misled, manipulated, or silenced. She does not rely on others to define her path or make choices for her. Instead, she takes ownership of her life, armed with the wisdom to make informed decisions. Financial literacy, for example, empowers women to manage their resources wisely, invest in their future, and achieve financial freedom. Similarly, staying informed about current events enables women to engage in meaningful discussions and advocate for change. In the age of technology, information is more accessible than ever before. Online courses, podcasts, books, and educational videos allow anyone to learn about any subject at any time. A woman who embraces these opportunities constantly evolves, staying ahead in her field and expanding her perspective. In contrast, those who resist learning risk becoming stagnant, unable to keep up with the rapidly changing world. Adapting to new knowledge is not just an advantage, it is a necessity. Beyond personal benefits, learning has a ripple effect. A knowledgeable woman influences those around her, her family, her colleagues, her community. When a mother values education, her children are more likely to do the same. When a leader prioritizes learning, her team follows suit. The pursuit of knowledge is not just an individual journey, it is a force that uplifts entire societies. Investing in the education of women has been proven to lead to stronger economies, healthier communities, and more just societies. Challenges will arise, and there will be times when learning feels difficult or overwhelming. Balancing responsibilities, overcoming financial barriers, or facing self-doubt can make the journey seem impossible. However, determination is key. Many women who have achieved greatness did so despite obstacles, not in the absence of them. Malala Yousafzai, for example, risked her life for the right to education, proving that knowledge is worth fighting for. A woman's path to greatness is built on a foundation of learning. The more she knows, the more empowered she becomes. The more she grows, the more she can uplift others. Whether through formal education, personal experiences, or the wisdom passed down through generations, Learning is a lifelong journey, one that shapes not just who she is, but who she is destined to become. Failure is often seen as something to be feared, avoided, or even ashamed of. But the truth is, failure is one of the most powerful teachers in life. Every successful woman has faced setbacks, disappointments, and mistakes, yet what separates them from the rest is their ability to rise after falling. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the journey to success. When we embrace failure as a stepping stone, we transform our struggles into lessons that propel us forward. One of the biggest reasons people fear failure is because of society's expectations. Women, in particular, are often pressured to be perfect, to excel in their careers, to be ideal partners and mothers, and to meet unrealistic standards. This pressure creates fear, making many hesitant to take risks. But true greatness is never born from playing it safe. Every bold step, every new venture, every dream pursued comes with the possibility of failure. And that is okay. Failure teaches resilience. When things do not go as planned, we have two choices. We can let failure define us, or we can let it refine us. The strongest women are not those who have never failed, but those who have failed and refuse to give up. Each failure is an opportunity to build mental and emotional strength. It toughens us, helps us adapt, and prepares us for even bigger challenges ahead. Some of the greatest success stories in history were built on failure. Oprah Winfrey was once told she was not fit for television. J.K. Rowling's first Harry Potter manuscript was rejected multiple times. Vera Wang, now a world-famous fashion designer, failed to make the Olympic figure skating team and was rejected from Vogue before finding her true calling. These women did not let failure break them. Instead, they used it as motivation to work harder, improve, and ultimately succeed. Failure also provides clarity. When we fail, we are forced to reevaluate our choices, strategies, and priorities. Sometimes failure redirects us to a better path, one we may not have considered otherwise. A rejected job application might lead to an even better opportunity. A failed business idea might inspire a stronger, more sustainable one. By analyzing what went wrong, we gain insights that help us make better decisions in the future. One of the most important lessons failure teaches is self-compassion. Women are often their own harshest critics, blaming themselves for not meeting expectations. But failure is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of effort. Instead of dwelling on mistakes, we must learn to forgive ourselves, acknowledge our growth, and move forward with even greater determination. Embracing failure also helps us inspire and uplift others. When women openly share their struggles, they create a culture where failure is seen as a normal and necessary part of success. This encourages younger generations and peers to take risks, innovate, and dream big without fear of judgment. A woman who confidently owns her failures becomes a role model for others, proving that setbacks do not define a person, how they respond to them does. To truly embrace failure, we must change our mindset. Instead of viewing failure as a dead end, we should see it as a detour and necessary part of our growth. Every mistake, rejection, and setback is teaching us something valuable. The key is to extract the lesson, adjust our approach, and keep moving forward. A woman who refuses to be discouraged by failure is unstoppable. Greatness is not achieved by avoiding failure, but by learning from it. The path to success is filled with obstacles, but each one presents an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more determined. When a woman embraces failure, she transforms her struggles into stepping stones, leading her toward the extraordinary future she is meant to build. One of the greatest strengths a woman can have is the support of other women. In a world that often pits women against each other, choosing to uplift and empower one another is an act of defiance and strength. When women come together, they create unbreakable bonds that lead to progress, success, and a more just society. A woman's path to greatness is not meant to be walked alone, it is meant to be shared with others who inspire, encourage, and uplift. For too long, society has fostered a sense of competition among women, making them believe that there are limited opportunities for success. This mindset leads to rivalry, jealousy, and unnecessary conflicts. But the truth is, when one woman rises, she opens doors for others to follow. There is enough space at the table for every woman to thrive, and the more we help each other, the stronger we all become. Supporting other women means celebrating their successes rather than feeling threatened by them. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should be inspired by their achievements. When we see a woman excel in her field, we should recognize that her success does not diminish our own, it proves that success is possible. When we lift others up, we create a cycle of encouragement that benefits everyone. Mentorship is one of the most powerful ways to support other women. Many successful women did not reach their position alone, they had guidance, advice, and mentorship along the way. Becoming a mentor or seeking one can be life-changing. Experienced women can share knowledge, offer career advice, and provide emotional support, while younger women bring fresh perspectives and new energy. Through mentorship, women build networks of wisdom and strength that transcend generations. Another important aspect of supporting other women is advocacy. Women must speak up for each other, especially in spaces where their voices are ignored or undervalued. Whether it is ensuring that a colleague receives credit for her work, standing up against discrimination, or amplifying the voices of marginalized women, advocacy is a vital way to create change. When women stand together, they become a force that cannot be silenced. Creating supportive environments for women also means challenging harmful stereotypes and biases. Women are often judged more harshly than men for the same actions, whether in leadership, personal choices, or ambition. When we recognize and challenge these biases, we help dismantle the barriers that hold women back. This includes rejecting negative labels, addressing inequality in workplaces, and ensuring that women's contributions are recognized and valued. Supporting other women is not just about big actions, it is also about everyday kindness. Encouraging words, genuine compliments, and small gestures of support can make a huge difference in someone's confidence and motivation. Sometimes all a woman needs is to know that someone believes in her. A kind word, a listening ear, or a helping hand can be the push that helps another woman take the next step toward her goals. It is also important to recognize that women's struggles are not the same. Factors like race, economic background, and personal circumstances shape the challenges each woman faces. True support means being inclusive and understanding that not all women have the same privileges or opportunities. When we acknowledge these differences and work toward equity, we ensure that all women have the chance to succeed. When women support each other, they create a ripple effect that goes beyond individual success. Strong women raise strong daughters, mentor rising leaders, and contribute to communities that value equality. The power of women standing together is limitless. And the more we choose to uplift each other, the closer we come to a world where every woman has the opportunity to achieve greatness. Leadership is not about holding a title or having authority. It is about making an impact. A woman who dares to lead is a woman who dares to shape the world around her. However, stepping into leadership requires courage, as women often face unique challenges, biases, and doubts about their capabilities. True leadership begins when a woman chooses to rise above these obstacles and embrace her potential to influence, inspire, and create change. For centuries, leadership has been viewed as a male-dominated space. Women who stepped forward were often dismissed, criticized, or pressured to conform to traditional expectations. Yet history has proven time and again that women are powerful leaders. From queens and warriors to activists and CEOs, women have led revolutions, businesses, and social movements with strength and wisdom. The challenge today is not about proving that women can lead, it is about ensuring that they are given the opportunities and support to do so. One of the biggest barriers to leadership is self-doubt. Many women hesitate to step into leadership roles because they fear they are not qualified enough or ready. However, confidence is built through action. The most effective leaders did not wait until they felt completely prepared. They stepped forward, learned along the way, and grew into their roles. Courageous leadership means pushing past fear and trusting in one's abilities, even when faced with uncertainty. Leadership is not limited to corporate offices or political positions. A woman can be a leader in her family, her community, her workplace, or any space where she influences others. She leads by example, by speaking up for what is right, and by encouraging others to reach their potential. Whether guiding a team at work, mentoring young girls, or leading a grassroots movement, every act of leadership contributes to a larger impact. Courageous leadership also requires resilience. Women leaders often face criticism, double standards, and moments of failure. Society tends to judge female leaders more harshly than their male counterparts, scrutinizing their decisions, their emotions, and even their personal lives. A strong leader understands that criticism is inevitable, but does not allow it to define her. Instead, she uses it as fuel to grow, improve, and stay committed to her vision. A key aspect of leadership is lifting others as you rise. True leaders do not seek power for personal gain, they use their influence to create opportunities for others. A woman in a leadership position should strive to mentor, support, and empower those around her. Leadership is not about standing alone at the top. It is about bringing others along and creating an environment where everyone can thrive. Another important trait of a strong leader is the ability to make difficult decisions. Leadership is not always about being liked, it is about doing what is right. This means standing firm in one's values, making tough calls when necessary, and taking responsibility for both successes and failures. Women leaders must learn to trust their judgment, even when faced with opposition. Strength and integrity go hand in hand in effective leadership. The world needs more women in leadership, not just for diversity, but because women bring unique perspectives, empathy, and innovative thinking to the table. Studies have shown that when women are in leadership positions, organizations and communities benefit from more inclusive policies, better problem solving, and higher overall success. By stepping into leadership, women contribute to building a world that is fairer, stronger, and more progressive. Having the courage to lead is about believing in one's ability to make a difference. It is about breaking barriers, challenging norms, and stepping forward even when the path is uncertain. A woman who chooses to lead does not wait for permission. She creates her own opportunities, paves her own way, and inspires others to do the same. A woman's worth is not determined by societal expectations, external validation, or the role she plays in other people's lives. It is something intrinsic, something that exists regardless of circumstances. Yet too often, women are made to feel as though their value is tied to their appearance, relationships, or achievements. Knowing your worth means recognizing that you are valuable simply because you exist, and no one has the right to diminish that. One of the biggest obstacles to recognizing self-worth is the conditioning that teaches women to shrink themselves. From a young age, many women are taught to be agreeable, to prioritize others' needs over their own, and to seek approval. While kindness and empathy are strengths, they should never come at the cost of self-respect. A woman who knows her worth understands that she does not need to apologize for taking up space, voicing her opinions, or asserting her needs. Knowing your worth means setting boundaries. People will often take as much as you are willing to give, and without clear boundaries, it is easy to become drained, overworked, and unappreciated. Whether in relationships, the workplace, or personal commitments, a woman who values herself does not tolerate disrespect, manipulation, or mistreatment. She understands that saying no is not selfish, it is necessary for self-preservation. A strong sense of self-worth also transforms the way a woman approaches her career. Many women undervalue their skills, hesitate to ask for promotions, or accept less than they deserve because they fear rejection or feel unqualified. But a woman who knows her worth does not settle. She negotiates her salary, seeks opportunities for growth, and refuses to accept less than what she brings to the table. She understands that her contributions are valuable and that she has the right to demand fair treatment. Another important aspect of knowing your worth is refusing to settle in relationships. Whether romantic, familial, or friendships, the people in a woman's life should uplift and respect her. Too often, women stay in toxic relationships because they believe they are not worthy of better. But a woman who knows her worth recognizes when she is being taken for granted and has the courage to walk away from situations that do not honor her. She understands that true love and friendship should never require her to diminish herself. Self-worth is not about arrogance, it is about self-respect. It is about knowing that your value does not decrease because of someone else's inability to see it. It is about not seeking validation from others, but rather finding it within yourself. Society will always have opinions, but a woman who knows her worth is not swayed by outside judgment. She defines herself on her own terms and refuses to let others dictate her sense of value. Understanding your worth also means embracing your imperfections. Women are often pressured to meet impossible standards, whether in beauty, success, or personal life. But perfection is a myth. A woman who truly values herself knows that she does not need to be flawless to be worthy. She embraces her strengths and weaknesses alike, understanding that real confidence comes from self-acceptance, not from trying to fit into someone else's mold. Recognizing self-worth is a continuous journey. There will be moments of doubt, times when past insecurities resurface, and situations that test self-esteem. But a woman who is committed to knowing her worth consistently reminds herself of who she is. She surrounds herself with people who affirm her value, engages in practices that build her confidence, and refuses to let temporary setbacks define her. A woman who knows her worth is unstoppable. She moves through the world with confidence, makes choices that align with her value, and refuses to settle for anything less than she deserves. She understands that her worth is not up for debate, and because of that she commands respect, opportunity, and a life that reflects her true value. Self-care is not a luxury, it is a necessity. A woman's path to greatness is filled with responsibilities, challenges, and ambitions, but none of these can be fulfilled if she is running on empty. Prioritizing self-care means understanding that taking care of oneself is not selfish. It is essential for maintaining physical, emotional, and mental well-being. A woman who takes care of herself is better equipped to take on the world with strength, resilience, and clarity. One of the biggest misconceptions about self-care is that it is limited to spa days or indulgent treats. While these things can be a part of it, self-care goes much deeper. It is about creating a lifestyle that nurtures well-being. This includes healthy habits, setting boundaries, allowing time for rest, and engaging in activities that bring joy and peace. Self-care is not something that should be done occasionally, it should be an ongoing practice. Physical self-care is the foundation of overall well-being. Eating nutritious food, staying active, getting enough sleep, and staying hydrated are basic but powerful ways to care for the body. Women often push themselves to the limit, ignoring signs of exhaustion or neglecting their health in the name of productivity. But true success cannot be sustained if the body is suffering. A well-rested and nourished body leads to higher energy levels, better focus, and a greater ability to handle stress. Equally important is emotional self-care. Women often carry the weight of others' expectations, emotions, and responsibilities, sometimes at the expense of their own feelings. Prioritizing emotional well-being means allowing space to process emotions, seek support when needed, and engage in activities that foster happiness and inner peace. This can include journaling, therapy, meditation, or simply taking time to breathe and reflect. A woman who nurtures her emotional health is more balanced and in control of her reactions. Another crucial aspect of self-care is setting boundaries. Women are often conditioned to put others first, leading to burnout and resentment. Whether in personal relationships, the workplace, or social obligations, knowing when to say no is a powerful act of self-care. Protecting one's time, energy, and mental space allows for a healthier, more fulfilling life. A woman who prioritizes her well-being does not feel guilty for putting herself first when necessary. Mental self-care is just as vital. A woman's mind is one of her greatest assets, and taking care of it should be a priority. This means feeding the mind with knowledge, challenging negative self-talk, and protecting it from unnecessary stress. Engaging in activities like reading, learning new skills, or practicing mindfulness strengthens the mind and increases resilience. Additionally, limiting exposure to toxic environments, including harmful social media or negative influences, is a form of mental self-care that promotes clarity and peace. Self-care also involves surrounding oneself with positive, uplifting people. The company a woman keeps has a direct impact on her mental, emotional well-being. Relationships should be sources of support, encouragement, and love, not stress or exhaustion. Prioritizing self-care means choosing connections that bring joy and walking away from those that drain energy. A woman who values herself ensures that the people in her life respect and support her journey. One of the most overlooked but important aspects of self-care is making time for joy. Life is not just about responsibilities and achievements, it is also about happiness and fulfillment. Engaging in hobbies, traveling, spending time in nature, laughing with loved ones, or simply enjoying a quiet moment alone are all forms of self-care. A woman who prioritizes joy recognizes that happiness is not something to be postponed for later. It is something to be nurtured in the present. Prioritizing self-care is a powerful declaration of self-worth. It is an acknowledgement that a woman's well-being matters just as much as her goals and responsibilities. When a woman takes care of herself, she shows up as her best self in every area of life. She is stronger, more confident, and more capable of handling whatever challenges come her way. A woman's voice is one of her most powerful tools. Yet for generations, women have been told to stay silent, to be agreeable, and to avoid confrontation. Speaking up is not just about having a voice, it is about using it with confidence, courage, and conviction. A woman who speaks up and stands firm commands respect, influences change, and asserts her place in the world. She refuses to be overlooked, dismissed, or silenced. One of the biggest challenges women face when speaking up is the fear of backlash. Society often labels outspoken women as too aggressive or too difficult. while the same qualities in men are praised as leadership traits. This double standard discourages many women from asserting themselves. However, true strength lies in overcoming this fear. A woman who knows her worth refuses to shrink herself to make others comfortable. She speaks with clarity and confidence, knowing that her voice deserves to be heard. Speaking up is especially important in the workplace. Women are often interrupted, overlooked, or underappreciated in professional settings. Many hesitate to advocate for themselves, whether it be for a promotion, a salary increase, or credit for their work. But a woman who stands firm does not wait for recognition, she demands it. She ensures that her contributions are acknowledged, her ideas are respected, and her career progression is not limited by outdated biases. Beyond personal success, speaking up is also about standing for what is right. Women throughout history have played crucial roles in movements for equality, justice, and change. Whether it is fighting for women's rights, advocating for marginalized groups, or challenging unfair policies, using one's voice for a greater cause creates lasting impact. A woman who speaks up not only empowers herself, but also inspires others to do the same. Speaking up also applies to personal relationships. Too often, women feel pressured to suppress their feelings, avoid conflict, or tolerate mistreatment to maintain peace. But real harmony is not built on silence, it is built on honest communication. A woman who stands firm sets clear expectations in her relationships. She does not allow others to disrespect, manipulate, or take advantage of her. She knows that her thoughts, feelings, and boundaries matter. Confidence in one's voice is something that must be cultivated. Many women struggle with self-doubt, wondering if they are qualified enough to share their opinions. But expertise is not a prerequisite for having a voice. Every woman has experiences, insights, and perspectives that are valuable. The key is to trust in oneself and speak with authenticity. When a woman stands firm in her beliefs, she does not need validation, she creates her own authority. It is also important to recognize that speaking up does not mean being disrespectful or argumentative. Strength and grace can coexist. A woman who stands firm does so with poise, intelligence, and a sense of purpose. She listens as much as she speaks, but she does not allow herself to be silenced. She understands that effective communication is about balance, assertiveness without hostility, confidence without arrogance. There will always be those who attempt to silence strong women, whether through criticism, dismissal, or intimidation. But a woman who truly values her voice does not back down in the face of opposition. She remains steadfast in her convictions, knowing that her words have power. She does not let fear dictate her actions, nor does she let doubt hold her back. Instead, she embraces her voice as a tool for progress, influence, and self-expression. When a woman speaks up and stands firm, she redefines the narrative. She shows the world that women are not passive observers, they are active participants in shaping the future. She breaks barriers, challenges norms, and paves the way for others to do the same. The more women who find the courage to speak, the louder the collective voice becomes, creating a world where no woman is forced into silence. A woman's journey to greatness is shaped by her roots. No matter how far she goes in life, the lessons, values, and experiences from her past remain an essential part of who she is. Remembering where she came from provides a foundation of strength, resilience, and purpose. It reminds her of the struggles she has overcome, the people who supported her, and the dreams that first set her on this path. Too often, success can make people feel disconnected from their origins. Some may feel pressure to distance themselves from their past to fit into new circles or to prove they have made it. However, true success is not about erasing the past, it is about honoring it. A woman who remembers where she came from carries her history with pride, using it as a guiding force rather than something to leave behind. Our upbringing, culture, and experiences shape the way we see the world. They instill in us values such as hard work, kindness, and perseverance. A woman who acknowledges her past can draw strength from these values, allowing them to guide her decisions and actions. She understands that her background is not a limitation, but a source of power that makes her unique and capable. Remembering where one came from also means staying connected to the people who helped along the way. Whether it is family, mentors, or childhood friends, these individuals played a role in shaping her path. Success is not just a personal achievement, it is often built on the sacrifices and support of others. A woman who values her roots never forgets to express gratitude and give back to those who stood by her during difficult times. Giving back to one's community is another important aspect of remembering one's origins. As a woman rises in life, she has the opportunity to uplift others who are facing the same struggles she once did. Whether through mentorship, philanthropy, or simply sharing her story, she can inspire and support those who need guidance. Greatness is not just about personal success, it is about using one's journey to create opportunities for others. At times, the past may be filled with hardship and pain. Some women may want to forget where they came from because of difficult experiences, struggles, or traumas. However, even the hardest moments can serve as lessons. Overcoming adversity builds resilience, wisdom, and strength. A woman who acknowledges her past, rather than running from it, learns to use her experiences as motivation rather than as something that holds her back. Staying true to one's roots also means remaining humble. No matter how much a woman achieves, she should never lose sight of the values that defined her before success. Humility does not mean diminishing one's accomplishments. It means recognizing that every step of the journey mattered and that no one achieves greatness alone. A humble woman remains grounded, treating others with kindness and respect regardless of status or background. Cultural heritage is another essential part of a woman's identity. In a world that often pushes assimilation, it is important to celebrate one's traditions, language, and customs. These aspects of identity provide a sense of belonging and continuity. A woman who embraces her cultural background sets an example for others, proving that success does not require abandoning one's heritage, it is strengthened by it. When a woman never forgets where she came from, she moves forward with a sense of purpose. She understands that her past is not something to be ashamed of, but something to embrace. Every struggle, every triumph, and every lesson becomes a piece of the foundation that supports her future. She carries her history with pride, knowing that it has shaped her into the strong, capable woman she is today. A woman's dreams are the driving force behind her journey to greatness. Dreams give life meaning, direction, and purpose. They push her to strive for more, to rise above limitations, and to create a life that reflects her deepest aspirations. No matter where she is in life, she must never stop dreaming, because dreams are the seeds of transformation and success. From a young age, society often teaches women to be realistic, to stay within the boundaries of what is expected, and to avoid wanting too much. But dreams are not meant to be small or limited by fear. A woman who allows herself to dream freely embraces the possibility of something greater. She understands that every achievement begins as an idea, and with determination, that idea can become reality. Dreaming is not just about imagining a better future, it is about taking action to make it happen. A woman who never stops dreaming continuously sets new goals for herself, refusing to become stagnant. She knows that success is not a destination but a journey of constant growth. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings her closer to the life she envisions. One of the greatest challenges in pursuing dreams is the fear of failure. Many women hesitate to chase their ambitions because they worry about rejection, setbacks, or the opinions of others. However, failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the process. A woman who never stops dreaming understands that setbacks are temporary. She learns from them, adjusts her path, and continues moving forward with even greater determination. Another obstacle to dreaming big is the doubt placed upon women by society. Many are told that certain careers, achievements, or ambitions are not meant for them. But history has proven time and time again that women who refuse to accept these limitations break barriers. A woman who believes in her dreams does not seek approval, she forges her own path, proving that anything is possible when passion meets perseverance. Surrounding oneself with the right people is also essential in keeping dreams alive. Negative influences can make a woman question her potential, while supportive individuals encourage her to aim higher. A woman who never stops dreaming seeks mentors, friends, and allies who uplift and inspire her. She understands that her dreams are valuable and refuses to let anyone convince her otherwise. Dreaming also requires resilience. The road to success is rarely smooth, and there will be moments of doubt, exhaustion, and disappointment. But a woman who remains committed to her vision does not give up when things get difficult. She finds ways to recharge, refocus, and remind herself why she started. Her dreams fuel her motivation, keeping her going even in the toughest times. Dreams evolve over time, and that is a natural part of growth. A woman may start with one goal and later discover new passions, interests, and opportunities. The key is to remain open to change while staying true to her core desires. A woman who never stops dreaming allows herself to explore new possibilities, reinvent herself when needed, and embrace the endless potential within her. When a woman holds on to her dreams, she creates a ripple effect that inspires others. She becomes a role model, proving that ambition, perseverance, and vision can lead to extraordinary accomplishments. She teaches the next generation that dreams are not just fantasies but blueprints for the future. And by never stopping, never settling, and never doubting, she transforms not only her own life but the world around her. A woman's path to greatness is not defined by where she starts, but by how fiercely she pursues her purpose. It is built on courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief in herself. By knowing her worth, prioritizing self-care, speaking up, honoring her roots, and never stopping in the pursuit of her dreams, she creates a life of meaning and impact. There will be challenges along the way, moments of doubt, setbacks, and obstacles that seem insurmountable. But a woman who remains steadfast in her journey does not allow fear or failure to define her. She learns, adapts, and rises stronger each time. She knows that her voice matters, her presence is powerful, and her dreams are worth fighting for. Most importantly, she understands that greatness is not just about personal success, it is about lifting others as she climbs. She inspires, empowers, and paves the way for future generations. By embracing her strength, standing firm in her values, and refusing to be anything less than her true self, she proves that a woman's greatness is limitless. So to every woman on this journey, keep believing in yourself. Keep pushing forward. Keep dreaming, growing, and shining. The world needs your voice, your strength, and your greatness now more than ever.